Have you heard the phrase, go light and your line's going to get tight? Well, that's what we're talking about. Going light on your line and your tackle, fishing lighter jigs to help you catch pink salmon right now off the shore and in the boats for this early part of September. We are the week after Labor Day. The rivers are full of pink salmon in so many different places, but they're getting pressured. We got low water. We got a lot of things going on that don't necessarily mean you're going to get these fish on a crazy hot bite. A lot of pressure on the weekends, especially after the holiday. How are you going to go out and catch these fish? Well, downsizing is just one of those ways to do it. My favorite way to go about and chase these fish was shown to me years ago. And last year, we showed you guys this combo to see, was this the best combo for $50 out there? I still believe absolutely phenomenal. 6 pound test line, a 6 foot ultralight trout rod. It is a perfect one to utilize. And frankly, in this situation and fishing style we're talking about, your trout rods are the ultimate fishing gear for pink salmon. I know it's a little bit weird to think about, but we are truly going to get to do something that brings the enjoyment out of this fishery. The pinks are in crazy good numbers, and it's a time to go out and enjoy it with family and friends. If you're only out catching and keeping fish, you don't necessarily have to do this because you are going to lose some. This lighter line is something that does have its drawbacks, and that's potentially losing some fish. But I would rather lose a few fish than not get any bites at all. And this technique allows you to potentially be just quadrupling the amount of fish that you have, or even more. I've had some days where we hooked, no joke, 100 fish to the boat or 100 fish near off the bank. It doesn't matter where you're at. You just want to find the areas where these fish are congregating right now. And a lot of the times, they're going to pile up and show themselves. And it's a perfect chance for you to try this out. So, what are we talking about in downsizing? Let's cover this. Downsizing means taking the traditional salmon and steelhead rods with 10 and 8 pound tests in the river, and we're dropping it all the way to 6 pound. We're dropping our rods from 8 foot and bigger to down to 6 foot rods. These one piece 6 foot trout rods are the perfect little setups. But if you have, like I said, any kind of other 2 piece trout rod, this will work perfect too. You're going to find your favorite little 1/4 ounce, but frankly, even a lot of the scenarios, it's an 1/8 ounce. That's going to work even better. The 1/4 ounce gives you some more casting distance due to the light line, but it still falls pretty quick in a lot of cases. When we start talking ultralight, we're talking these crappie jigs. Meant for bluegill and panfish and crappie alike, these are phenomenal for your pink salmon fishing, if you can believe it. Now, why does this 1/8 ounce jig work so well? Because you have a profile in this jig that literally hovers and falls in the water column versus a quick squid jig, right? Your standard hoochie jig doesn't have a lot of water resistance. This thing just drops and sinks, jigs up, drops and sinks. Whereas our little light jigs, these crappie style jigs, allow for a lighter fall and really swim in the water. You have natural marabou that literally acts and comes alive in the water. You can do so many cool things to how you jig it and retrieve it that these fish can't resist. I've literally watched it on the underwater camera to showcase these fish coming from further distances and hitting these jigs to having whole schools right next to the shore trying to eat it. So I've really come to love how simple this fishery is, cheap and inexpensive too. It's less than $5 for a whole pack of these. Now you are going to lose some. They aren't the best hooks, which is why that lighter line helps you. But let me tell you, when you can go buy a few packs of these and you can go out and catch a ton of fish, why the heck wouldn't you? You have other variations of these that work really well. Some that have different chenille body colors. But overall, my favorite to start with is the white. You can start playing with other colors when the fish kind of get thrown off, because after a few get caught, you might have the bite slow down. So I start changing up colors a little bit. The yellows and chartreuse, the black, the purples. Even this guy right here with just silver and white. It does something a little different, and it's really, really fun to do. Now, how do we go about fishing these? You'll walk up and approach your hole if you're off the bank, or in the boat, you're going to anchor up and approach where you see these fish rolling. You're going to cast into the hole, let this sit 5 to 10 seconds, depending on how deep you are, and you're going to do one pop. And I'm only just doing a light with my wrist. I'm not doing a huge hook set jerk, just a little light pop. That jig's going to go 6 to 8 inches up and then slowly start falling down. The key is watching your line on that fall. They will hit that jig on the fall almost every single time. You can watch that slack line and see it jump or move. So by the time you go to twitch next, you're already hooked up. It is such a fun visual and feel kind of fishery that your kids can get out and enjoy it. Your family can get out and enjoy it. And I really feel going with the lighter line makes it so fun to be able to go about a day and just have a phenomenal experience. Not every time is going to be that way. I get it. But I've had more often than not success that I pretty much designate one of my rods to be this light line setup this time of the year. It is so fun to do, but it can also be the difference maker of you getting bites. So where are we talking to find these fish? If you're off the shore, you guys want to go focus right now in that middle section of the river systems. A lot of the fish have come out of the tidewater and they've pushed through that first initial phase of getting into the rivers. So you're going to find them holding more into pockets. For your bank guys, just go watch and see where the fish are jumping. They are going to tell you where they're holding. For you guys in the boats, gives you a little more freedom to go chase the fish and go find where they're holding in the different pockets. But my experience truly has just been something of so much enjoyment out of this light line technique that I really wanted to show it to you guys, because there is nothing more fun than hooking 50 to 100 fish in a day off the shore and just laughing and having the best time all about it and just catch and release. So we're at a phase right now, early part of September. Some great fishing is happening. Some better stuff is ahead too. But we're going to cover this week, so stay with us, all the different things that I like to do to go chase these fish this time of year. How to actually twitch jigs for these fish, how to go fish little spoons like Dick Knights. And we're also going to cover what's the use of these fish. What do you do with them once you catch them? So I want to hear from you guys below. Do you guys do this light line technique? I want to hear your guys' results. And we'll catch you this week on the water. Tight lines and fish on!